Hello, 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 and welcome to the Cup TV, the currently unnamed podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Per, I have my cup mug here. It's a very
I
important
don't
cup
have it
mug.
with me now.
It's
Ah.
okay. But you have one, and that is the most
Yes, I
important
do have
thing.
one.
And you can be like all of us and get you one at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below. And if you look to the right, there is a QR code that is going to take you to the shop, get your merch, buy the shop, buy your merch, leave a message, and then tell me how great it is because that just makes my day. But I'll reply back to you. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there's no excuses. Takes a little longer for internationally, but it still gets there. So get
Yeah,
your cup mug.
it will
Period.
eventually arrive. Do not
It
worry.
will arrive to the destination. Period. So get your cup mug. Thank you.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. We heard that song so many times during the season. I think they did it
Oh,
like 4 times. But
oh,
Oh
yes, excited to talk about this.
yes. And
my.
hola, I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I'm here to talk shit and get hit. And if I hear the word dog one more time, what's up, dog? I'm going to scream. Uh, I cannot believe the amount of times I heard the word dog. Actually, drinking game. Every time Randy says the word dog or man or bro, take a sip of your drink and you'll be drunk. You'll pass out so fast.
It would not. I wouldn't advise it,
Yeah.
honestly.
If you want to
But
drink irresponsibly, do that.
I would not advise it at all. But we are here talking about American Idol season two, our top 20 of American Idol. We did this for season one. We're back for season two. The crew is here. We're all back and alive and doing our thing. I mean, it was a big improvement from season one. I will
Yep.
say that. We won't have
That's for
to,
sure.
that is for sure. But it's it was a fun watch. I will say it was definitely a fun watch. And without further ado, I'm just gonna stop talking. Oh, follow us, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Because why wouldn't you? We're fun. We do fun things like this, pop up videos, as well as other our regular scheduled shows that we are doing. We are like eyeballs deep in Love Island, talking about the USA and UK. We are finishing up with Traders New Zealand, but don't be fooled, don't be scared or anything like we ain't got nothing to talk about because Big Brother's right next around the corner next week actually. So we in our Big Brother era as well as Project Runway era. We got a lot to talk about, and if we don't talk about some shows, we probably talk about it on Reality Roundup, which happens every Sunday. So check that out. Follow us on all of our podcast channels. The Drag and Drag Race channel at the Cup the ESC is another channel. At the Cup Pod is that channel. All that details and stuff is in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And yeah, you can follow us. Follow me there. The Cup TV has its own Instagram. It's coming. It's coming. It is in the final
Yay.
stages. So we will be putting all of our stuff on there about from the Cup TV. So you definitely want to get ready to follow us over there on Instagram. And all the fun stuff that we do it well. So follow us on. But you know what? I'm done talking. I'm gonna give over my hosting duties to David because it's not about me. It's about him. Do
Yes.
it.
It's about all of us, and it's about season 2 of American
Mhm.
Idol. But we do have a few things to talk about, to address before we get into our actual list.
Mhm.
First of all, Eduardo, I don't know if you remember, but
Mhm.
during our season 1 discussion, I gave you some homework, and I also
Yes.
gave you some extra credit, and that was watching a couple of movies.
Yes.
So I want to know the updates. You watched From Justin to Kelly
Yes.
and We both watched that, and we both watched Eating Out, featuring Jim Ferraro. So, what do you think of these shows? Or these movies?
Both of these movies were not the best movies I've seen in my life. I will just say that straight up. The best thing about From Justin to Kelly is that Justin and Kelly sing pretty well throughout the entirety of the movie. Other than that, the actual chemistry is absolutely not there. You can kind of tell that Kelly did not want to make this movie, and it's so funny how throughout this season and season two they were advertising it so hard and how they were like, yes, it's From Justin to Kelly, this new movie, it's amazing, everyone loves it, it's the best next like big thing, and it's just like such a bad movie. It's just a little cringy, and it's just like very early 2000s, and I cannot blame it for that, but you know what, it's fine. And then I watched Jim Ferraro's in Eating Out, and you know what, that was better. That was better. That was genuinely a better movie. I never thought I would say today that Jim Barraras is a better actor than Justin Guarini, but here we are. Here we are. Also, shout out to Jim Barraras, who now follows me on Instagram. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. How did that happen? I have no idea, but thank you very much for following me. Yeah, so yeah, I watched Jim Barraras and Eating Out. Still not a great movie, but you know what? Jim Barraras was one of the better parts of this movie, and he looked really cute while doing that. So
Yep.
I will not complain. I will not complain. If you like men and if you are gay and above age, you probably will like this movie at least a little bit. It's one of those movies that's it's so bad it's so good. So that is my thoughts on my extra credit that I had to do.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, I watched them both too. I thought I had seen From Justin to Kelly, but the more I watch it, I'm like, I think I've only seen like clips of it. But I will say I liked both of these movies better than I expected to. Like, they're not great movies, but I was entertained, and that's all I can ask for.
Yeah.
But one more thing, I did get a list from you before this season, or before the top 12 started, where I got your predictions of how everybody would do.
I got it so wrong. I'm so embarrassed by these.
You actually had a few things pretty close, so you shouldn't be too. But Lana's going to hear this for the first time. So Eduardo's predictions at number 12 was Charles, number 11 Carmen, number 10 Kimberly Caldwell, number 9 Julia, number 8 Ricky. You got those two right. Number 7.
This was the bad one.
Oh, I guess you were off by one on Julia. You're right. Ruben was number 7, so that was pretty.
Yeah, that's the one that I was like, oh no. Oh no, I got this very wrong. But I'm so happy that I was wrong. Spoiler, I'm very happy that I was wrong. I've never been happier in my life.
We all are. Yeah, you had Vanessa at number 6, Corey at number 5. And then this is really impressive. So everybody else in the top 5 besides Ruben, you had just one spot higher than they actually placed. So you had Trinice at 4, Joshua Grayson at 3, Kimberly Locke at 2, and Clay as the winner.
Yeah.
So,
well, if there was no Ruben, that would have been the results.
Yeah. If Ruben was not there, it would have happened that way. I am very happy that I was wrong about Ruben. I didn't really catch on to Ruben like actually being a potential winner. Maybe it's because I was blinded, because I knew that I only knew Clay before the show. So I was like, Clay is probably going to win this. And so I was a little blinded by that. And also, like, I hadn't connected with Ruben as much as I had with everyone else before that. But then the actual live show started, and I was like, oh, Ruben is actually incredible. I love him. And he quickly started going up my rankings. So, spoiler, I adore Ruben. I think he is one of the best contestants that the show has had from the 2 seasons that I've seen so far. But like, he is definitely one of my favorites and will stay up there for a while.
Okay, good. But it's interesting because I think in a different universe, he might have had somebody who could have given him a run for his money as the winner of the season. And it was Frenchie Davis. I had told you that somebody gets disqualified. I kept it vague. I didn't want to tell you 2 people did. But you don't know why she got disqualified, but she originally made the top 32. But it came out that when she was 19, I believe, she had taken some topless photos. And so they did not want her as part of the representation of the brand because of these photos.
So stupid.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's so
So
stupid.
they did not allow Frenchie to compete in the top 34 because when she was 19, she showed her boobies
Yeah,
at some
Yes.
point.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. That's it.
Yep.
I'm mad.
It's-
I'm
yeah.
mad.
I
Frenchie
was
was
mad when it happened.
Frenchie was one of my favorites, during Hollywood Week
Yes.
and the everything that was going on. I loved Frenchie. I thought she had such a huge potential to win, and now hearing that just pissed me off. What the hell? Frenchie was so good, and just for that,
It
this
was
Yeah,
a
there
whole
was a
big. It was a big deal.
It
early
was. There was a
2000s, early
petition.
2000s.
Yeah, there was a petition to bring her back,
Mhm,
but unfortunately they didn't. And it wasn't like a malicious, like on the production. Like they
mhm.
just didn't want to tarnish their brand, but they weren't mad at her. I think they even offered to help her career, like if they could. Um, but she does end up on another show. She was on season one of The Voice, so she did pretty
Oh,
well on that. Yeah.
well,
So
that's good.
if we ever make it to The Voice, probably not, but you will get to see her again.
Okay.
Um, but she was not the only disqualification, as we've
Oh
discussed.
Lord,
You were very surprised to see that Corey Clark was also disqualified.
that
What was going on in your mind when you saw that?
yeah. You spoiler. When I was watching this, David, like I was texting David throughout the episode, and David was kept telling me like, actually, don't look at the spreadsheet. Don't look at the spreadsheet. Like, watch the episode, like the opening of the episode, and then open the spreadsheet. And I was like, okay, something bad is happening. Something went catastrophically wrong. And then when the episode starts, like Ryan says, "Oh, here behind me stands like 6 people," and I was like, "Wait, we were just at like final seven, so we're missing someone. We're missing someone. What is going on? Who left? Why did they leave?" And very quickly, I figured out that it was Corey, and I was like, "Okay, Corey's not here anymore. What the hell? What happened?" And then they say what happened, and I was confused, and I still don't know how to feel about it because I haven't looked into more of the actual like incident that got Corey disqualified. And I assumed that either you would tell me or like it didn't. I was never brought up or like something. I don't know. So I haven't looked into it, but yeah, it was crazy to see that. Also because it seemed like Corey was such a fan favorite that he had a lot of potential to actually make it like way longer than he actually did. So I was just shocked. I was absolutely gobsmacked by what happened, and yeah, how did this happen? I don't know. How did Corey make it that far without anyone realizing that he had a criminal record? That was crazy as well. Uh, the fact, like, I don't know, it's crazy. I still don't know how to feel about it because, as I say, I don't have the full information, so I just feel a little weird about it. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that's completely understandable. I mean, this is really the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Corey. He's kind of like the bad boy of the American Idol franchise,
Okay.
uh, because like even beyond this, he's had several arrests since being on American Idol. Things with domestic
Oh.
violence, drugs, and then probably the biggest headlines involving Corey came the very next season. Like around the time season three was airing, it was big in the news that he came out and he said, "Hey, during the season, Paula Abdul and I were having an affair, and I got special treatment from the show because Paula and I were sleeping together." And it was huge. It was all over the news. Like you'll see in episodes in season three where Paula is having a hard time and she's getting support from the audience and the other people because this is actively happening in the news as it's going
This
on. And of course, he
is
denied it. I don't think it's true. If I'm just going off of my own gut, I don't really believe it. Do you remember
I
this?
I
this
do.
is crazy.
Mhm.
That's crazy. Poor Paula. But yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Um, Now I feel better about my rankings that I have for Corey. Uh, yeah,
Yep.
that is absolutely crazy to know that and to, know that he created such a ruckus, not only
Yep.
here but like moving forward. That's crazy. Um,
Right.
yeah, that's. Very weird. That's very weird. Um, but yeah, I don't have much more to add. I'm just absolutely shocked by this
Right.
thing and how far it's gone and like how it affected the competition and everything. I'm just shocked, honestly.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
I do
mean,
want to quickly. Sorry, go on, Lana.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe it, but I wouldn't be surprised because at the time, at the time,
Mhm.
Paula Abdul was not like she was in her, you know, she was in her cougar era, her hot
I
girl
mean, yeah,
summer ish. You
she
know what I
asked
mean?
Clay out on a date
I
during the
mean,
season.
and
Like,
honestly, I would not be surprised in Hollywood. Men and women would do some stuff like that. That's just what it what's going on down there. And I don't know. I kind of I think some of it is like yeah, it's a little believable, but it's a lot of not because I do think he got some special treatment. Now I don't know if the special treatment was due to the fact that they were having an affair, but it should have been time way like he should have been going in Hollywood week when he shouldn't advance. He shouldn't even got
Yep.
there.
I
And
agree. Yeah.
so the fact of the matter that they chose to let him go and then the claim comes out that he's having an affair. I'm like, I wouldn't put it past her because anybody else would have been out the door that week. He
Mhm.
would not have even made it to the auditions in front of the camp. So I'm not putting it past him, but I'm not saying that she did. I'm not saying that she didn't. Everything is alleged. It says so down there at the bottom. So
Yeah, we will never know.
Very true. But we did talk about how season two would shift as far as focusing on image and how people look. And
Mhm.
you saw that in real time, Eduardo. Like there
Yeah.
was a big shift there. Um,
Mhm.
a lot of comments on, oh, this body type it can actually work because you were talented this time. So, what did you think about that?
I was very happy to see the change, obviously. Um, I thought that it was very like limiting the way that we had it before. We had this very specific age gap of like, oh, from 17 to 23 is the only time that you can be an American Idol, and you have to be a size zero for the women, and for the men you have to be this amount. They have to be this kind of attractive and white and blonde and like well not all of them but like yeah you have to at least be somewhat physically attractive and you cannot be too gay because if you're too gay you get out very quickly. You have to portray some sort of masculinity and you have to fit into stereotypes and like these gender roles. And so it was nice to see Clay Aiken, who is obviously an out queer artist, make it that far, to see Ruben, that is a bigger guy with an incredible voice, be able to make it, to even see like Frenchie, as we talked about her, that was unfortunately disqualified, but the fact that she made it as far as she did is an improvement because last season they wouldn't have even allowed her to make it past like Hollywood week. We saw that literally with our own eyes. So it was very refreshing to see these people that normally wouldn't have gotten the ability to compete on American Idol or even make it far, actually be there and make it far and like make a name for themselves, which is incredible. And like it just goes to show you that like sometimes image is not everything that matters to the people like listening to music. It's just what comes out of your soul and the artistry that you're able to portray to the people listening to you. And I was very happy to see that change because yeah, it was very gross, the standards that we had before, and the fact that we are changing so quickly is great. So I like the change. I think we can still do better. There's still a lot of room for improvement. Specifically, I can remember Vanessa, and all of the mentions about her losing weight and how she has to be like her ass is too juicy. Like, come on, that has never been like an issue for anyone ever. But I guess it was in the early 2000s. But yeah, I'm happy to see the change. We can still change even more. We can still grow even better. I'm hoping to see that in future seasons, but who knows? But yeah, uh, one step forward at least, which is good. I'm happy to see it.
yeah, I was about to say we that was it was it was a gradual change.
Hmm.
It wasn't like a drastic change where we just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, everybody's accepted. It was very gradual. But see, with guys, they always allow bigger guys. They
Hmm.
don't mind bigger guys. They don't care
Yeah.
about the bigger guys unless they are
The
going for the
girl.
heartthrob um in image where they're going for like boy band pop star then you have to be that. But Ruben wasn't that. Ruben was an R&B singer. Ruben
Hmm.
and R&B singers are always bigger people. Is
Yeah.
we accept bigger guys as R&B, especially back in the day. Barry White and Teddy Pendergrass and all the
Hmm.
people who were there, they were bigger guys. And so it's like, yeah, we like that soulful velvet teddy bear kind of guy. So that was never an issue for him.
Hmm.
But what it was, I felt like the women still kind of got it. And it
Yeah.
still was like Frenchie was undeniable. You couldn't deny her talent. So of
Hmm.
course, if you would have told Frenchie to lose some weight, she'd be like, yeah, but my talent. And you couldn't tell her, no, you
Hmm.
can't sing here because you are not, let not talented come out your mouth. You a
Yeah.
lie. You know she's talented. So she was just an anomaly to the group because she made them take her. Like there was, you
Hmm.
can't deny that. If you didn't, your show was whack. You like you rigged the show if you don't take her
Yeah.
because she was just that good. But of course, you see, they found a reason to kick her out this program
Hmm.
because a few pictures when you 19 years old is just traumatic. We just can't have that as an American Idol because we're so clean and pure here in this country. Right.
Meanwhile, we have people with sex tapes leaked all over the place that are still incredibly famous.
Right. So miss me with that. They were going to find a way to get her out of that program, and I believe that
Hmm.
they found a way. But even like we said, Vanessa, you need to lose weight. Kimberly, you're a little too big. It's just they were still on that BS this entire season, but nicer about it. It was a nice nasty for them, but it was some improvements. But yo, they still didn't just like we're accepting inclusion. Everybody, no.
Yeah. But like seeing how it was in season one and hearing how much change, or
Yes.
seeing how much change to season two as someone that didn't grow up, like I was a baby in the early 2000s, obviously. So seeing that change, how we from one year to the other, we
Mm-hmm.
really changed how we view the people and how we accept the people that could even apply to American Idol was great. So
Yes.
as you said, small improvements, but it's an improvement nonetheless. And
Yes.
I'm hoping that moving forward we're nicer, specifically to the women as well, like you said, and we have like some bigger women be allowed to compete, and we stop talking about women's bodies because who gives a shit? We have beautiful women that are big, small, skinny, fat, balls with a bunch of hair. Nowadays, who cares? Who cares? No one cares anymore.
Yeah. It's funny because like the one guy that kind of got it like about their body image was Josh at one point saying that he
Yeah.
needed to lose weight, but that almost felt like a response to the backlash Simon got for saying it to Vanessa like, "Oh, let me find somebody else to say that about." And I can't say it about Ruben. Like it
Yeah.
didn't feel genuine to me.
And he in the Marines. You go tell a Marine
Right.
he needs to lose
Yeah,
some
like
weight
come
when he
on.
just that's fit. Like
He has a
come
lot
on.
of muscle. Like come on
That's
now.
muscle. That's not fat. Like
Yeah.
Be so for
And
real.
beyond that, comparing Trinice to a drag queen and telling Kimberly
Disrespectful.
Locke that once she straightened her hair and got rid of that weird curly hair, that she was so much better. Simon has a lot of work to do.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah, there was also like speaking of Simon, the amount of homophobia that actually happened throughout this season was actually crazy. Little digs here and there, but like it was crazy. Like when I think it was Kimberly Locke sang "It's Raining Man," and they made fun of Ryan for liking the song, and then like Simon said, "Oh, Ryan is not a real man," and like stuff like that. And I actually am a real man, and whatever. It was crazy. Yeah, we're still living in the early 2000s in here, so yeah, it was still not as improved as I would like it to be. But you know what? It could be worse. It could be
Yep.
worse.
But something else that was crazy that was going on at this time, you had to live through it. I'll be honest, I did not watch this season when it aired. I watched it a few years later, but I still knew about the heated fan bases split between Clay and Ruben. It was huge. It was always a battle between them. And I will say, like, living in rural Kentucky, everybody was Team Clay, like, that I went to high school with.
Of
I'm sure
course.
it was a different story for you, probably, Lana.
Oh yeah, because it was. I lived in Alabama, and I was like, yeah, everybody here was Team Ruben. It was all across the state. I was in Montgomery. I wasn't even in Birmingham, and it just flooded. It was 205. Everybody was Team Ruben. Everybody loved Ruben. We got National Ruben Day. Literally, we do have a National Ruben Stutter Day. Um, so it was yeah, that was huge. I remember that so vividly. Like it was like Auburn and Alabama in the Iron Bowl. It was just like that was how big and palpable it was at the time.
Hmm. Yep. And the battle continued after the show a bit, like with people
Record
comparing
sales.
their, yes. So I will say that both of their singles were released right after the American Idol finale.
Mhm.
One of them made it to number one. One of them made it to number two, but it was the opposite result this time. This is the Night by Clay was number one, and Flying Without Wings was number two. Similar story with when they released their albums. They didn't release the albums at the same time. Both of them went to number one, but Clay did sell quite a bit more in his opening week of his album. So a lot of the Clay fans became unbearable.
I mean, they was just like, oh,
Yeah.
see, he should have won. I was like, but he
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter
He
what
lost
y'all
fair and
think.
square.
And let's be honest and so for real. Ruben's album didn't sell number one and went number one, but didn't sell as much in the thing because it's R&B and it's one genre, and it was
Hmm.
like it was so too specifically of one group of people. Like that was the audience he was going for. Clay sold to a bigger audience pool, but
Yeah.
still it wasn't. They compare, and I it got to the point where it was like y'all comparing apples to oranges. Like Ruben and Clay are two different people who's very talented. They just happen to be on this show together, and that translated throughout their entire life. Like even today, we see Ruben and Clay still best of friends, still going out on tour together, still doing all of this stuff together. They're going out on tour in recent now in this year or something together. So it was fun.
No movie. No
No
movie.
movie, no please no
Yeah,
movie.
I would have loved a Ruben X Clay movie. I literally told David there was a shot in the finale in which Ruben and and Clay are facing each other, and Ruben
Clay's
looks
look,
so intimidating, so
and Clay is
scary,
looking at
so
him
ready.
like,
Yep.
He's so scared, like he's about to get beat up. Like he just saw his bully walk through the door, and he's about to get chopped into the locker. Like that's how Clay looks. It was crazy. I never laughed so much in my life. That was hilarious. Anyways, that's all I needed to say. I would have loved to see that in a movie, but unfortunately, no more. No
no
more.
We
movie.
got them on the Masked Singer together. They were on that together a
Yeah,
couple of years
Yes.
ago. I sent you the clip.
yeah.
I remember when I saw the Beats perform on Masked Singer. It starts off with Ruben singing, and I didn't immediately figure out who it was. But as soon as Clay started singing, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know that voice. I know who the two of them are. It made perfect sense.
Yeah.
Um, okay, one last thing. I know we have to get to our obligatory sad topic, but there was a person who I felt was kind of the heart of this season,
Yes.
somebody who always exuded joy. Um, and this whole cast absolutely agreed. And back in May of 2016, Ricky Smith was driving, and a car came driving the wrong way on the interstate and ran into him head on. And unfortunately, he was killed at the age of 36. I was looking through an article recently, right after he passed away, and you can tell how heartbroken this whole cast was. Everybody was so close to Ricky. They loved him, they held him in such high regard. And yeah, it was definitely a void that was felt across the American Idol universe. So very sad to lose him.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did see
Um,
that, and it was very sad. It's always sad when like someone that was on your screen unfortunately passes away. And yeah, shout out to Ricky's family, wherever you are. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I hope you're doing okay.
yep. But I think we're ready to get into this list and get to our honorable mentions.
Let's do it.
So for the honorable mentions, I have our highest performance that each of us picked that didn't end up making the actual list. So we'll quickly go over these. But yeah, and we're going to have the what not to sing score in the bottom. That's what that WNTS means, in case you didn't remember from the first video. But the person who had the lowest one was myself. It was Clay Aiken doing Unchained Melody. I had this at number 13 on my list. Eduardo, you had it at number 24. And Lana, it was not on your list.
No.
Yeah. And I get it. I mean, the arrangement for this, I think that might be an issue that you had because I will say, like, with the time limit they had, this was faster than Unchained Melody usually is. And I do love that slowed down version. Like, I always think of Ghost. It's one of my favorite songs ever. But his vocals were so undeniable this whole performance. I just thought he sounded incredible. Like, even his falsetto in there, which we didn't get a lot of falsetto from Clay throughout the season,
Mhm.
but like when he hits that big falsetto note, like it just gives me chills. So I absolutely love this, and I'm glad. I'm glad, even if it didn't make the top 20, that it's represented as my honorable mention.
Yeah, yeah, I like this one. I agree with you. It's a little too quick, and that's why it's a little lower for me. But other than that, like Clay it's an incredible singer, so I respected the song a lot. So I respected this choice a lot as well. So that's why it was on my 24th place.
Cool. I didn't like it, so there we go.
That's okay.
That
That's
is
fair.
perfectly okay. But let's go ahead and get to your honorable mention, Lana. So this
Hmm.
is Sweet Home Alabama from Ruben Studdard. I sense some bias since you're from Alabama,
I am not
but
from Alabama.
well,
I just
okay.
live in Alabama.
For a long
Yeah.
time you've lived there, yes. But Lana had this at number 8 on her list. I did not have it on my list, and neither did Eduardo.
Well, that's because you both are haters, and I just picked it because it's Alabama, Sweet Home Alabama. I think he did a really, really good job with this song. I thought it was one of the songs that he took he took out of his comfort zone. He wasn't like he's not a country rock singer. He doesn't sing, up like fast songs. And so this was one of the times where he took changed it up a little bit, and I appreciated it. So
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, that's very fair. Like, I thought it was a really smart choice, especially since he had such focus on being from Alabama. And I think generally this song can lean a bit karaoke, but he still did a good job with it. I think actually Ruben was maybe the most consistent person throughout this whole
yep.
season. I don't think he had a single bad performance. And I think
Yeah.
almost everybody else did have a bad performance at some point. So was this high on my list? No, but I still thought it was solid.
Yeah. For me, it was almost there. I think Ruben is one of those people that, like you said, never had a bad week. Um, and unfortunately, the only reason why it's not like on my top 25, it's because I liked Ruben so much that there are so many other songs from Ruben
Hmm.
that are above this one. I still think this one's really good, and I loved seeing Ruben perform the song. There's more. There's other Ruben performances that I like more, but I still really, really enjoy this one, and I'm happy that it is here.
I think this Ruben is one of those people, like you said, he's so super consistent that a lot of people just are used to how good he sounds, that they don't
Yeah.
give him the recognition that he deserves on everything. And he has been that constant in the competition the whole time that people are like, oh yeah, I expected to go. So when he does something great, it's just seemed as it's just it gets put to, oh, that's just Ruben. But
Mhm.
when other people do something great, it's oh wow, because they've been inconsistent. They have moments, they had downside moments and then great moments, and it's always up and down with him. But he's just always like he's reliable, old reliable.
Mhm.
It's those
Very
your old pair of shoes. You like it, you wear it every day, you'll put it on. But then when you get something new, it's like, oh, I'm putting on my new shoes. I'm gonna leave those aside until I'm gonna go back and put them on again. So he's just so reliable. That's
Yeah.
good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either, because reliable can pay your bills.
Absolutely.
Exactly, exactly. But let's move on to Eduardo's. So this was number 8 for Eduardo. It did not make Lana's list. It did not make my list. But before you go, Eduardo, this is Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours by Stevie Wonder. I want to read a quote from our last podcast that we did. This is from Eduardo.
Yeah.
I think we got the most Stevie Wonder that I ever want to listen to. I think Stevie Wonder is a great artist. He's wonderful. He's an amazing artist. No one will ever compare to him. And I don't think I want to hear anyone try to cover any of his songs because no one's going to do it as well as he ever will.
I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm happy to say I was wrong. Yeah, like I said, Ruben just has incredible performances, and Ruben is one of those artists that can absolutely stand up to Stevie Wonder. So I I really, really appreciate the song. I don't know. I just made me feel warm and happy inside when he sang the song. It just felt like right. It felt correct. It felt joyful. It felt like just right. I don't know. I just really enjoyed having Ruben here. And I don't know. It just everything clicked for me. I was like, oh, I have genuinely fallen in love with Ruben like heavily. Like he is maybe my favorite contestant of the season. I love him so much. And this just like tied that bow on the beautiful Reuben cake. So yeah, that's why it's so high. I loved this performance. It was so fun.
I think it didn't make mine because it was like you said, other songs that I just liked a lot better. So I
Yeah.
definitely understand.
Hmm. Yeah, this didn't make my list. It actually was like in the 60s for me. So it's a little low, but I mean, it's still in the top half of performances. But for me, I think when I think of Stevie Wonder, like he's the king of runs. And I don't think Ruben's really a run guy. He doesn't do it very often. So I don't know if it was my favorite song choice for him, but he was still solid.
Mhm. That's fair.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's get to our actual list of top 20. We'll see if we have more diversity in who's on this list than last time. We only had 4 people on our season 1 list. So
We're
we'll
gonna
see if
have
we
like
can.
five this year.
I think it's be five this time. Let me say a minimum of five people this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll see. But let's go ahead and start with our number 20 performance. So it is Kimberly Locke singing Home by Diana Ross. So I had this at number 6 on my list. Eduardo, not on your list. Lana, not on your list.
No.
Um, but was this better than Diana Ross, Lana?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
hundred
Okay.
percent, 1000%. Because Diana
I know you
Ross
said
is
yes. Last podcast, you were talking about how you don't love Diana Ross, but I thought this was so good. I mean, it does like start off kind of slow, start off a little low for her, but it builds. It keeps building throughout, and it really peaks. It's another one though that like the tempo was faster because of the time limit, and I
hmm
wish we could have heard it with that like slowed down version that's from The Wiz. But still, I you're going to hear me talk about her tone every time she pops up on this list because I'm obsessed with Kimberly Locke's tone.
Yes.
She
She's
has
really
one
good.
of the, like, even like all of the guest judges, they're like, your tone is so rich. And I'm like, it is, it really is. So
Mhm.
I'm obsessed with this. She's going to have a few on this list and I'm going to praise every one of them. Holding out that note at the end for 13 seconds. I know that doesn't sound long, but it's
It's
still
Oh, it's
like
a
long.
long time.
long
It's
and it was
long.
beautiful. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
long. I think she is an incredible singer. Her tone is so rich. Like it is like it is the richest tone I've heard to this day. Like she has such a clarity in her voice and it's so good. And she has this I don't even know what she does, what how she does, but it's like a like she just it's
Yes. I know
something in
exactly
her
what you're
tone, that little tone, that little, and usually that would annoy me with other people, But with her, she does it just right. She has an amazing, amazing tone and voice. And yeah, this just didn't make my list because it wasn't my favorite song, but she had so many songs that I was just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Lana. Kimberly had so many good performances that this one unfortunately just fell out of like my higher rankings, but it's still very, very good. I would beat a dead horse. Tone amazing. Kimberly just performs with all her soul and all her passion on stage, and I appreciate that a lot. I just think Kimberly is amazing, and you can tell that she loves doing this and that she is really passionate about this. And so I love when an artist is like that. And yeah, I think she's an incredible singer. I just didn't love the song choice, but other than that, I think that Kimberly did really good, and I still like this performance a lot. So good job, Kimberly.
Good. Okay, let's get to another one that is just on one person's list. So at number 19, we have Smile by
Mhm.
Ruben Studdard. This was number 5 on Lana's list, and it was not on my list. It was not on Eduardo's list.
This song made me smile. It's just, I love this song. Number one, I don't care who sings it. It's just something about this song I just really, really love. And it's so funny because, like, a lot of people would not expect me to like this song, but I love this song. And the way Ruben did it, he just came out like it was consistent, it was reliable, it was, all those things. But the whole Velvet Teddy Bear, this was the teddy bear side. This was his teddy bear side singing this song because you just couldn't help but smile when he's singing it. He's just like, you just smile. Like when your heart, it's just, oh, I love this song. It's heartbreaking, but it's so good. Like,
Mhm.
I thought it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a great song choice. I'm glad it made the list, even though it wasn't on my personal list. I actually would love to hear Ruben sing more classic standards like
Mhm.
this. I think his voice suits it so well. He has such a full tone on this song, especially when the key change happens, it really picks
Mm,
up. Even Quentin Tarantino was there and loved
yeah.
this.
Crazy. I mean, yeah, Ruben did an amazing job with this song. I didn't know this song existed at all, and when I heard Ruben did it, I immediately thought I don't want to listen to the original because I don't think it's gonna like stack up. Like for me, this is always gonna be a Ruben song. I don't even want to try to listen to the original one because I don't want to taint this moment. This song barely like missed out on my top 25 rankings. It almost made it. It's definitely a very, very good performance by Ruben. Um, yeah, he's just such a lovely guy that seeing him just perform this song brought a lot of joy to my heart. And it just made me, like you said, Lana, it made me smile as well. So it was just great to see it. So yeah, I do really like this performance. It just, yet again, there's more Ruben that I enjoy a little bit more, but I still
Mhm.
really like this.
Yeah, we have plenty more Ruben to discuss. Even our
Yes.
number 18, which is also only represented on Lana's list. This was number 4 for Lana. It was not
Happening.
on Eduardo's list, and it was
Yeah.
not on my list.
What's happening? How's it? Oh my God. What are you people listening to? What do you expect from the man? My goodness, this is Luther Vandross, and this is the velvet side of the velvet teddy bear. He just gave us the teddy bear, and he gave us the velvet. This was one of my favorite songs that he sang. A House is Not a Home. Number one is Luther Vandross sings this song down. Like
Mhm.
there is nobody else who's going to compare to Luther Vandross because he sings it down. But
Mhm.
Ruben gave his own spin, his own version, and it's not trying to compare to Luther. It's just being Ruben. And oh, this song went triple platinum in my house. I don't care about nobody else, but it went triple platinum in my house from both Ruben and from Luther. It went triple platinum.
Mhm.
It just is a great song, and his interpretation is just like velvet. Like, oh, you just I don't know why I ain't make y'all list. I know it's because Ruben is great. It just didn't make my personal list. I ain't even it's more performances I like better. I get it, but nah. This is it. This one, oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah. I definitely agree with you. See, yet again, beating a dead horse. There's just Ruben performances that I like more, but Ruben did amazing here. He's just incredible at everything that he does in this season. He really absolutely, like, every time he's on that stage, he absolutely kills it. There's never a moment in which I ever doubted that Ruben was going to do well. And he's just absolutely amazing. I just like, you know, there's other songs that I like more, and I like Ruben's performances more in other times, but I still think this is an incredible song. I was very happy to see Ruben perform this song. I think he did an amazing job with it, and I'm happy that it is here. I'm happy that we have it in our top 20. It just unfortunately barely missed out yet again on my personal rankings.
Yeah, I will say that What Not to Sing score of 39 is kind of
It's crazy.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, because
Crazy.
this definitely was a very strong performance. I personally prefer Tamira's version. I know you definitely like the slowed down version that Ruben did. Yeah, I love Tamira's version. You know
I
that.
did not like Samira's version at
I
all.
know. We already went
Yeah.
through that last time.
Yeah, we
But
know.
what I like about this is I felt like this was the most dynamics we got from Ruben. He really would show like the softer side of his voice and then bring out the power. And oftentimes he'd be like kind of on the same dynamic throughout a lot of his performances. So I really like that about this one. So it was a great performance. I'm glad it made the list, even though it wasn't on mine.
Yeah.
But our number 17 performance is Inseparable by Kimberly Locke. So this
Mhm.
was the highest for me. I had it at number 4 on my list. So I know how you feel about having your number 4 performance really low. This was number 25 on Eduardo's list. It did
Mhm.
not make Lana's list. Um, this I am so obsessed with this performance. It does kind of break my heart that it's not higher, especially when she gets to the chorus. I think this is maybe the performance of the season that shows her tone off the best. There's like, and
Mhm.
even like when she goes, "There's no way," like she just kind of
Mhm.
slides into the way, and it gives me full body chills every time I've watched this performance. It
Mhm.
is the moment for me. Um, yeah, her voice is butter. I could listen to this on repeat all day. Um, yeah, what do you think,
Yeah,
Eduardo?
I have to agree with you there. Like, I think, yet again, Kimberly's voice is absolutely insane. The tone is there. And I agree with you. I think this is one of those songs that really show off that tone, that beautiful tone that she has. So that's why I really liked it. I just think Kimberly had better songs with, better performances here and there. So it wasn't my favorite Kimberly performance, but it's still very good. Obviously, it made my top 25. Uh, it's just there was something there about the song. I don't know what it is quite yet, but I just having seen what she was able to do, especially in this week, I don't know, like it just wasn't as great as everything else that she had done before, but I still really liked it. I still really liked
Yes, I liked it. I really did, but just not enough
it.
to make my list. She has some great songs. She did. I do agree with you. The way in that song, the slide into that way was brilliant. Like she made really good choices and her deflections in her voice in this, but you can't mess up when it comes to Kimberly Locke. Her performances might not be like, oh, this is a great performance. No, she don't have not a great performance. She has great performances all the time. Even her
Mhm.
bad performances are good performances. Her bad performances are better than a whole lot of folks in this competition. So, yeah.
Yeah. I will also add
Right.
for me, like if you think about like the final performances that people did throughout Idol history, this was her very last performance on the show before she got eliminated, and this is by far one of my favorite final performances that someone has. So good.
Yeah.
But let's move on to number 16. So this was highest on Eduardo's list at number 6, and then it was 20 for Lana. It did not make my list. It's Breaking Up is Hard to Do by Ruben Studdard.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't know what it is about this one. I just really felt a connection with this one. I remember like feeling it in my heart and wanting to cry when I listened to this song. I don't know, just Ruben has this special chokehold on me. No matter what he performs, he will always be great. I will always fall in love with it. And something about this specifically just really made me connect with it. Just the way that he performed it, the way that he just acts on stage really really did something for me and really made me connect with the song and the beauty of it all, and just yeah, it just connected with me more than like several other performances that we've had, not only of his but of many others. So yeah, I really connected with it for some strange reason. I really don't know why.
I mean, I get it. I felt that this was Ruben being vulnerable, and that one
Mhm,
of his most vulnerable performances that he did. And it was like, I liked it. I really did. It just, I thought he was just really good and really solid and really well prepared for that week. That week he was just like, yeah, I know this, and I mean, and I really do think it's when the guest judge comes in, when it's Neil Sedaka in the building, and you're singing a Neil Sedaka song in front of Neil Sedaka, and then getting mentored by Neil Sedaka. You want to put your best foot forward, and I think he did with this song.
mhm,
Yeah, that was a great week for
Yes,
almost everybody,
everybody,
honestly.
almost
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, going into this season, I actually expected this one to be higher on my list because I
Mm,
remember it fondly. It ended up at number 42 on my list, which is still higher than 100 other performances. And I did like it. It was like cute, sweet. I don't know. I don't think I held it in higher regard in my memory than when I actually watched it back. But he did another thing, like I mentioned Clay earlier. We don't get a lot of falsetto from Ruben, so I
yes,
really liked when he
Mhm,
went into his falsetto on this song. So great performance. I'm glad it made the list.
yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to number 15. So this is "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" from Clay Aiken. So this was highest for me. I had it at number 8.
Mhm,
Lana, you had it at number 17. Eduardo was not on your list. Um, but I do want to tell Eduardo about something kind of cool.
mhm.
So, on the season of American Idol that aired this year, season 24, Clay Aiken actually came to the finale and he sang with one of the finalists
Oh,
as a duet, and he did "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me."
huh?
But the cool thing about it was the person he sang it with, his birthday is March 4th, 2003. The
That's
day
insane.
the
Hmm.
day that Clay sang this on American Idol on the Wild Card show is the same day that that contestant was born. So
That's
kind of
insane.
crazy. He definitely did better back
He
in
did better
season two.
back in 2003, but
Yes, he
Yeah,
did. But I mean, this song is just very reliable. Every time, like almost every time somebody sings this on American Idol, it is really good. And
yeah,
no exception with Clay. His vocals are spot on. It fits him stylistically so well. I just really, really love this performance. It was a no-brainer that he was going to be voted in after
yeah.
after doing this in the wild card show.
yeah. Well, I did not. I don't know why I thought he did this performance on the main stage instead of the wild card. But when
Mhm.
the wild card came up, and I was like, oh, he sang this for the wild card. Why did I think he was singing this during the live shows? I don't know. But yeah, this I remember. I hold this song in such regard for Clay. I think this is like a song, this is his song. Like Elton
Mhm.
John made it and created it and sang in it, but this is Clay Aiken's song. He had the richest voice, the straightest tone. Like he hit every note perfectly. I still think like if I go see a Clay performance, and if he in concert today, I want him to sing this song. Like I want him to sing this song, and I would be very upset if he didn't sing "Don't Let the Sun Go." Like it's two songs I want to hear from Clay, and we talking about the other one later. But this is one of them. "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me," and if he don't sing it, I'm be like, "Boo, tomato, tomato." I don't want to see that. Like I'm mad because
Yeah.
it's just so reliable. Like You go
Mhm.
Clay and this song go hand in hand, and he sings it so good. I love this song from him.
Yeah. I do like this song quite a bit. I think the fact that even Clay like had to take part in the wild cards is insane. That
It's
in and of its
insane,
own,
but
the fact that he
what
didn't
group
like,
was he in? That's the thing. That group ate up the whole thing. Like everybody,
Right.
if he was in any other
that
The
is
group,
top three.
he
true.
would never have to participate. But
Yeah,
that
that is
group,
true.
the top three came out of that group.
Yeah, and that makes sense. That makes sense why like then he ended up being having to be a wild card. But the fact that none of the judges picked Clay as their pick is
I
also
think it was
insane.
because they knew he got the votes.
Yeah.
Sure, sure, honey. That I mean, I wish she would have gotten picked because then we wouldn't have Carmen Rasmussen on the
Oh,
live
Jesus
shows.
Christ.
Uh, but you know what? Clay did an amazing job with this song. Like I knew that he was going to make it. Obviously, like he did amazing in his original group. He did amazing here. I think he this has, like you said, Lon, this has become his song. When I looked up Clay Aiken, "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" shows up as one of the first things that pops up in the search bar.
Hmm.
So it has definitely become a Clay Aiken staple, and I respect it a lot. I just like other Clay Aiken songs more or performances more, and also I don't know. It's just the small room also kind of affects my viewing experience just a little bit. So I think that also has to do something with it. But I still really, really like this performance, and I'm happy that it is here.
Hmm. Yeah. So far we've had a lot of Clay, Ruben, Kimberly Locke. Let's switch it up. Let's go to number 14. Okay. So we have Trinice doing Proud Mary. And I will go ahead and spoil this is the only performance on our list that is not Clay, Ruben, or Kimberly Locke. so, so we only have four people represented total. But I had this at number 11 on my list.
Hmm.
Lana had it at number 13 on her list. And Eduardo, it did not make your list.
I'm sorry.
So it's all good. The funny thing is, I think Eduardo and I both had like a few Trinise songs in our top 20, but we didn't have any
You
overlap
just
on
didn't
which ones.
match. We just
Yeah,
didn't
because
match.
I love Trinise. She was definitely one of my favorites this season. I think she really grew into how to express the tone of her voice because I know, like, as I was watching, I'm like, I know Lana's gonna have issues because she sings in the back of her throat a lot. This performance that really wasn't an issue. Plus, we got so much energy. I'm like, so many people did ballads throughout this competition, so this was really refreshing. Just seeing her go out there and perform. It's such a shame that it was kind of tarnished by Simon's really rude comments. Um, but yeah, this is another person that like went home after giving a really, really strong performance. So you never know. On American Idol, you can never feel too safe, even if you kill it like she did with this.
This was her best song on in the competition. She totally sang the song, and yeah, I do have a problem with her singing in the back of her throat and that type of thing. I just, but she really out came out and sang this song. And you hear a lot of people do Proud Mary. It's a lot of performers that do it. It can get to a very karaoke sound for some people with this song. But I think she nailed it. Like literally had it her best performance this night. This whole night, that whole night was a great performance by Trinise. Both songs were really good performances, strong performances from her. But America, what do we know? But she was great. I thought this was so good. She didn't give us the back of the throat performance in this song. She was energy. She looked great. She sounded amazing. She performed this. She performed it, and it was good.
Yeah, I really loved Trini's throughout this season. I think she was one of the underdogs of the season. You know how like throughout the season they kept saying that Kimberly was like the underdog of the story and how she like kept getting better and better and better. I do agree with that, but I think that trainees is the actual underdog that we actually had throughout the season, and the one that actually like had like the most visible improvement because I saw a lot of potential already with Kimberly, and with trainees it was still there, but it was just wasn't as refined as Kimberly's. So I thought it was very interesting how they talked about Kimberly being the underdog and like the evolution, which definitely was there, but they didn't give that same sentiment to trainees, who I thought also had this improvement going through some like episodes through episode and theme by theme. Um, yeah, I do really like this performance. I thought it was really good. Um, like you said, Lana, I've heard a lot of renditions of Proud Mary before, so maybe that's also a little bit of like my. I've become a little desensitized to it a little bit, and also just I don't know. I think I connected with some other trainees performances rather than this one, but I still liked it. I'm happy that we have a trainees performance in our top 20 because I liked her so much, like her personality outside of the show and the way that she performs is very cool, very fun, and like I just really enjoyed seeing her on stage. So I just like having her in our top 20, even if it's just this one time. Uh, but I really do like Trinice, and I'm happy that she's here.
Yeah, she's kind of in that Kelly Clarkson spot as somebody who was not shown at all during the
Hmm.
auditions or Hollywood, and still managed to go far. Same with Carmen, if we're being honest. I mean, they both made the top six despite not being shown until
Yeah,
their performances on the show. So good for her.
yeah, but one of them deserved it, and the other one didn't.
True. We'll talk about that a little bit more at the end.
Hmm.
But let's move on to our number 14 or our number 13.
13.
Sorry. It is Kimberly Locke doing "It's Raining Men," another performance that was kind of tainted by harsh comments from Simon the following week. Retroactively, he was talking about her hair, but this was highest on the list for. Let's see here. Eduardo. It was number 10 on Eduardo's list. It was number 12 on my list. It did not make Lana's list.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me actually at all in the slightest. But yeah, just this one was just really fun. I had a lot of fun with this performance. You know, I really like It's Raining Men. I think it's a really tough song to perform. It's not a song that you would like. I think you're brave for even attempt to sing It's Raining Men, like even in karaoke or anything. So it's a tough one. And the fact that Kimberly was able to do it with like such a and give such a fun performance is just amazing. I Yeah, I just really loved it. I had no issues with the song. I thought she looked beautiful while doing it. Fuck you, Simon. Her hair is beautiful. Why are you talking about it? Um, yeah, I think it's more than anything the fact that like seeing an artist that I really enjoy cover a song that I'm a huge fan of in both of those happening at the same time really made me have a connection with this performance as well. So that's why it's so high up on my list.
Yeah, I think on paper this has no business being as good as it was.
Yeah.
It's such a karaoke song, but so it starts off like it's slightly too low for her, but then it pretty much immediately goes right into the sweet spot of her tone.
Mhm.
And I would say like 95% of the song is like right there in the part where her tone just sounds its best, its richest, and it just is so good to me. Like it's infectious. Like it's got a great score here too, a
Mhm.
77. So we're not the only ones that felt that way. Great
Okay,
performance from her.
good.
She's great. It was fun. I enjoyed the performance. It just didn't make my list.
That's okay.
Very fair. But something that made all of our list. Number 12, we have Ruben Studdard doing "If Ever You're in My Arms Again." So this was highest for Lana at number 10, and it was number 15 for Eduardo, and it was number 22 for me.
I fear this song is as great as it is. I loved it. For me, it has a little um recency biases when I was watching it. And when I was watching this, we had just found out about People Bryson passing away. And I love People Bryson. And then when he sang this, I was like, oh, this is so good. But he sang it phenomenally. He sang it phenomenally. He would have done People Bryson proud. This is my favorite People Bryson song ever. So it definitely went triple platinum in my house again. Like my whole we really love this song. This was so good. This was so good. This was Ruben was he stretched his limit in his vocals with this song, and the key change, everything was really really good with this song. I have no words. It was just great to me.
Yeah, I love when we get to see a little bit of like a different side to Ruben. You know, the vulnerable side that we talked about a little bit earlier, and then this side where he, like you said, Lana really stretches out that vocal and really like does something different with it. I just really connected with it. I think this is a perfect song for Ruben. I think it just works. It really works. Um, I just keep wanting to beat a dead horse. Just the way that he performs it, the way that he just stands up on stage, the way that he just loves himself and the song and the music and the way that he feels it. Just as I said, I love nothing more than seeing an artist love what they're doing and seeing it live. And so
Yeah.
seeing Ruben just stand on that stage and love what he's doing and share it with the world just brought me a lot of joy every single time he got up on that damn stage. He could really do no wrong. I loved this performance. I thought he did an amazing job, and it hit. It hit my heart. It made me feel things, and that's exactly what I want out of a performance in American Idol. So Ruben, you did an amazing job. Congratulations. I love you.
Yeah. It's funny because I think throughout the season and even since, a lot of people compare Ruben to Luther Vandross. But for me, I think he's at his best when he's doing People Bryson. I think they're very similar when it comes to vocal ability and skill and what they display. And I really like he had like a gravelly sound to his voice on
Yeah.
this performance that just it just sounded so I don't even know the word for it. Like it just hit the right spot in my ear. And he showed more power than he usually did in his performances, especially at the end. So, absolutely one of my favorite performances from him. I'm glad it's this high.
Me too.
hmm Okay, let's move on to number 11. So, we have Kimberly Locke doing Over the Rainbow. So, this was very high for me. It was number 2 on my list.
Mm.
Okay.
For Lana, it was number 18. And for
Mm.
Eduardo, it didn't make the list. First of all, I do think it's hilarious that she sang the Dorothy songs from both The Wizard of Oz and The
And the
Wiz.
way.
Like
Yeah.
that's perfect for me. But when she performed this, so she auditioned for this song with this song first, and then she did it in the semifinals. And you can just tell she has sang this song hundreds of times. She's perfected the exact way she wants to sing it, and it just sounds so freaking beautiful. I am so obsessed with this. It's it's crazy that for me, like she almost peaked for the entire season in the semifinals. Like this shows off her tone so well. I just can't get enough of this one. The chorus gives me chills. Her high notes, her low notes, everything's perfect. I love this so much.
I did not remember I put this at 18. I thought it was much higher.
Mm.
Because this was one of my favorite performances from her. Um, I just loved it because, like you said, she perfected the song. She knew exactly where she wanted to go. Every note was intentional. Every run, every like the lowest, the low, and her highs, and it was just like, oh, she perfected this song. It was right where she wanted to be, and I love this. I thought I put it way higher on my list. I am so shocked right now. I really got to remember where I'm putting stuff. But she is she was great. This is one of my favorite performances from her throughout this competition. One of many, but one of my favorites.
Yeah. I know that me not having it on my actual list makes it look bad, but this was my favorite performance out of all of the semifinals. Like, at all, I think Kimberly was the best
Hmm.
person throughout the semifinals. And I immediately fell in love with her then and there. The only reason why I think it's not on the actual list is because I think we had like four people do their rendition of Over the Rainbow, and it will all happen so close to each other that like I had a little bit of fatigue of Over the Rainbow, just a little bit. But if anyone was going to do it and was going to do an amazing job of it, it was Kimberly Locke. Like you guys said, it she perfected the song and she made it her own. She was the one that did it the best out of all the people that covered Over the. If she even beat herself in the auditions. So
Yeah.
I have to give her huge props for that. I do really, really, really like this song. Uh, I don't know. I think I just connected with Kimberly a little bit more once we got to the actual live shows. And also, as I said, I think the semi like room and everything makes me just not connect with like the song and the music
Mhm.
as much as the actual live audience does. So maybe that's why it's just a little bit lower than it probably should be and it deserves to be. So yeah, I this is still incredible and I loved it still. So still good. It looks bad for me, but it's very good.
Well, we are finally at our top 10. So let's start
Mhm,
with our number 10. We have Kimberly Locke singing I Can't Make You Love Me. And Lana, this was number 3 on your list. It was number 16 on my list. And Eduardo, it did not make your list.
yes. Oh, this,
I don't know what to say about that, Eduardo. I don't know
I
what to
I'll
say.
share my thoughts. I'll share my thoughts. I
I
still like it. I'll still like it. I'll say that.
This was my favorite song from Kimberly Locke
Okay.
ever. This is the song that made me go, let me buy her album.
Mhm,
Whatever it is, when it comes out, I want it. And I did. I bought her album. I had wanted because I have heard this song so many times throughout the years and so many different renditions, so many different people singing it. She is still, to this day, my favorite rendition of this song. I love this song from
mhm,
her. Like, and I know the original. She's the woman it's great, but Kimberly Locke made it sound so like if you have ever wanted someone to love you, ever yearned for that love, she made you like, yes, this is my anthem. I can't make you love me if you don't. And I just every time when she get to that point where I can make you love me, like it's it just scratches something in my brain that I can this is my favorite Kimberly Locke song of all times and nothing is going to beat that. She just did it for me, and it is no longer whoever wrote it song. It's all Kimberly Locke song. It is
mhm.
forever her song, and yeah, that's one of those songs that went quadruple platinum in my house for me. Like everything else
Yeah.
go triple, that went quadruple. She just yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I also love this one. I love how it starts off so like soft and smoky
Yes.
with her tone. It's just such like easy listening, almost like Nora Jones kind of vibe. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is the kind of album she should be making. I know that she had a successful like dance music career,
I
but
don't know about that.
this is the kind of music I want to hear from her personally.
Mhm.
Even like she just makes her own melodic choices near the end of the song too. I like the switch up. I like when people don't just follow the melody as it's written. Yeah, this is a great one.
Yeah. Now let me defend myself a little bit here. So
You can
I
try.
still I still think this is a good performance. I just think two things. First of all, the theme of country rock I just didn't connect with as much this whole week. I just I failed to connect with the country of it all. I don't know why. It's just not the type of music that I tend to listen to a lot. And when I do, it's just very particular. I'm very particular about it. So I don't know. I just didn't connect with it as much as I probably should have. And also, when I do listen to I Can't Make You Love Me, I don't know. For me, it's just I have a special connection with the original. And so, yeah, I don't know. It just like trying to compare Kimberly Love to Bonnie, it just felt wrong. And at the same time, I just love the original so much that like it just couldn't bring myself to give it at that much higher score. But I still think it's good. I still think Kimberly did an amazing job here. I love that you guys love it. I just didn't connect with it as much as you guys did, unfortunately. But still a very good performance from Kimberly here.
Yep. Well, I do have some good news for you, Eduardo. This is the last time you'll have to defend yourself for not having something on your list because everything in the top 9 is on your list. I can't say that about Lana and myself. We
Well,
each
it's
have
true.
one more that didn't make our list. But number 9 is actually one that is on all of our list. It is Ruben Studdard doing How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? So for Lana, this was number 6. For myself, it was number 17. And for Eduardo, it was 21.
Again, this is his being vulnerable and giving, a vulnerable song. But this is his consistency, just making it like at his peak. Like it's good. It's so solid. It's so Ruben. This song hit his sweet spot. It was like right there in the sweet spot. It wasn't too far high or too far low. It just was there. And I have to applaud, I have to reward consistency because a lot of people overlook consistency, but
Mhm,
this is consistency. And he just sounds so good. It's like
mhm,
I feel like I can melt into this song with him, and it made me melt into the song. Even though it's a sad song, How Do We Mend a Broken Heart? But listening to that is how I mend it. Like I'm no longer brokenhearted after I listen to this song. It's just like it just does it for me.
mhm,
Me too. This is definitely one of my favorites from him. I think his voice sounds so retro on this song. Like it sounds like they plucked him right out of the 1960s or 70s doing this performance. And one thing I really like about this performance, I talked about earlier how Ruben isn't really a run guy, but he did his runs on this one and they were smooth. And I'm like, why aren't we getting more of this from you? Like, he had some incredible runs. Yeah, I absolutely love this one. I think it's, yeah, by far one of his best.
Yeah, I obviously really like this performance as well. I have to agree with a lot of what already has been said. The vocal is there. Just this is a perfect song for Ruben. Yet again, I don't think there's a lot of songs that Ruben picked throughout the competition that didn't fit him. I don't think there's actually any song that doesn't fit Ruben that he sung on the show, at least none that come to mind. Yeah, he just sang it perfectly. He like you said, Lana was very vulnerable in this one, and I love seeing Ruben show that vulnerability to us. It just like really shows you that outside of like that shell of like, oh yeah, the happiness and the cuteness of it all, there's still a man with a soul and love inside of there that like has a lot to give and shows and like is not afraid to show that emotion on the stage. And like I appreciate whenever a person does that. Um, yeah, I've already sung Ruben's praises all throughout this episode. I don't know what else I can add more than I absolutely adore Ruben and everything he does. I love him. So yeah, incredible performance. Just yeah, there's no Ruben can do no wrong. I'll just say that Ruben can do no wrong.
Mhm.
Truly.
Very true. Well, let's move on to our number 8. We have Clay Aiken doing Mac the Knife. So for this performance, it was number 7 on Eduardo's list. It was number 10 on my list, and it was number 23 on Lana's list.
Okay. Well, I really like this song. You know, Clay just I think he was the best one in the judges' choice, and I think that in this week, I think Clay really excelled here. I don't know, there's just something about this song that just was fun. I just like seeing Clay perform, and you know, I don't really follow Clay again as an artist that closely, but seeing him throughout the season and throughout the competition, just bring out these fun songs that I would have never expected him to perform is really fun. I think the judges made an incredible choice picking this song. I would have never seen this song coming ever anywhere, but hearing it come out of Clay again, it was just a really fun time. I just really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. I really connected with it. I connected with Clay during this performance, and I just really enjoyed it. That's all I can really say. I'm sorry. I just really liked it.
Yeah, I did too. I think big band is right up his alley. He
Hmm.
sounds so great doing songs
Yeah.
like this. And I think with this performance, he showed a lot more charisma than he usually did. And Apollo the whole time was like, I want you to dance. And he didn't quite dance with this, but he was giving that kind of like swing. I don't know. It just really worked for me. And it was another performance that builds and builds and builds. And then by the end, we get another one of those notes that just he holds out for so long. And I'm a sucker for anybody who can do that. Yeah, I love how he ended this.
I thought this was his group performance. I enjoyed Mac and Knife. Like, I don't know, big band for me is just it just it scratch a little something in my brain that I just like big from big band. So I hated they didn't do a big band week because I loved the big
Mhm.
band week last year and on season one. So I wanted them to do that, but Clay gave it to me. It was a good performance. It was showing his personality. It's still from it. This was the first time Clay wasn't doing that weird face thing that he always did because it was like I was like,
Yeah.
you got to calm that down, buddy. Because performance is it adds to it takes away from your performance when you're doing that stretching your face. But he learned. He listened when Simon told him to stop doing it. He listened, he stopped doing it. And it was just a really good performance all the way around. It was a good vocals, good performance. Like he was made for that era. He was like he could have done he's somebody else who could do standard classics, like a whole album full of standards, and it would be amazing. He's just made for it.
Yep, agreed. Well, our number seven is Kimberly Locke doing Where the Boys Are. So this was number five on Eduardo's list. It was number nine on my list. And Lana, this is the last one that is not on your list.
Okay. Well, yeah. I I didn't know much about Neil Sedaka before going into this. Uh, and then I listened to Kimberly perform this song and immediately fell in love with it. I don't know what it is. I just really, the vulnerability was there. It really showed like her really, that really soft side of her. It just made me really connect with her emotions and with the performance of it all. She has a beautiful voice, like we've said over and over again. And yeah, it made me tear up. It made me really want to like just see it again and again. I don't know what else she could have done here for Lana to put it on the list. I'm really excited to hear why. But uh, I absolutely loved this song. I thought it was amazing, and I was very proud of Kimberly to like perform something like this. Like she's amazing at it. I could keep singing her praises of her vocals and her tone and everything. So I'll just say I also think Kimberly can almost do no wrong as well. I also love her. I also think she's amazing. So just I loved seeing this vulnerable side of Kimberly.
Mhm. Yeah, this was by far one of her biggest breakout moments. I thought it had an 84 according to What Not to Sing. I think this is the purest her tone has ever sounded. It just comes out so smooth. It's so soft. It really transported me. Another one that transported me right back to the 60s. So I absolutely love this. I think she really showed her power and her soft sides. The dynamics were there. So I love this. So glad it's in our top 10.
So I did like it, but I no, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I don't like the song. I don't care for the song. And for me, her tone is great. Her voice is great. She sings everything great. We get it. We know that. But I didn't like because first of all, the song is so it's supposed to be sad, or I don't know if it's supposed to be sad, but it was sad. And this song, when she sang it, it made me sad, and I don't want to be sad when it's like for Kimberly Locke. Like I don't want to be sad, and it's just like every and for me, every note that she sang, she did the where the boys are. Like every time she did it, it was too much. So I didn't like this performance. This was the one performance of Kimberly Locke. I was like, nah, I didn't like it. So I'm not gonna sit here and be fake and act like I liked it. I didn't like it. That's why I didn't make my top 20. I didn't like it. I'm sorry, fight me, but I didn't like it.
Boo, tomato,
Boo
tomato.
tomato
Yes.
tomato, right back, whatever.
Well, I'm gonna get to say that very soon. Okay.
But yeah,
So
I didn't
let's
like it.
let's get to our number 6, and I can get the tomatoes. So we have Ruben Sutter doing "Flying Without Wings." So this was number 2 for Lana overall. It was number 4 for Eduardo overall, and it was not on my list. And
Boo,
I was
tomato,
very
Boo
tomato,
tomato
tomato, tomato, tomato.
tomato.
okay.
Boo.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Prove me wrong.
um,
Oh,
Go ahead, Eduardo. It was the highest. Oh
okay.
no, it was on me. I was
No, you're
highest.
the
You were
highest. You're the highest.
Oh my gosh. Yo, this was everything. This song was everything. I think this was Ruben's best performance of that night. I thought this was his best performance of the season. Honestly, I'm going to go on say it. One of the best performances of the season because he just transported me to what Ruben's album was going to sound like. It just gave me chills. The choir, the atmosphere, the like the words, the inspiration behind everything was spot on. Like I knew if he won, they had to put it out there because this song was it just it made me feel like what a moment like this made me feel. It just did it. And whoever's writing the end songs for the first, I'm gonna say 3 seasons of American Idol, you did your big one because a moment like this, incredible, triple platinum in my house, flying without wings, man, you couldn't live in Alabama without hearing Flying Without Wings. You just couldn't do it. And it was so good. His voice was so velvety. It was so strong. And it was like, it was, nah, this was his best performance of the season. Unforgettable. And the choir just added to it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I When I was in elementary school, for a couple of years, I was part of my school's choir. So ever since I grown up, every time I hear a song that has a choir in it, I immediately fall in love with it. And there's something special about a choir in a song. And Ruben getting surrounded by this choir and all of them singing so beautifully together, it just really made my heart melt. And it just, everything about it just was absolutely beautiful. I agree with you, Lana. This is one of Ruben's best performances of the season. I will not say that's the best, but it's one of his best. Absolutely, it's definitely up there. And I see this score of What Not to Sing, and I think that's insane. That it's
Insane.
crazy. That it is incredibly low, and that it is disrespectful. Because Ruben did such an amazing job with this song, and this is, yeah, I think Ruben was so consistent in the finale that he had to win. He had to win. And with a performance like this, with Flying Without Wings, I couldn't see a world in which he didn't. And I was very happy that he got to perform the song. And I'm happy that it exists. And yeah, I just love it. I just love it. I love a choir in my song. I'm a bitch that loves a choir. I'm sorry.
Well, I should shield myself. So not only did this not make my list, if I look at my actual rankings of all 23 performances we're talking about, this is my lowest ranked one. I had this at 79, so it was never going to be anywhere near my top 20. But here's the thing. I've already made it clear in the first one that we did that the cheesy winner singles are not my thing when it comes to American Idol. It's very rare that I connect to those, and I think this one specifically it works better as a recorded version than a live one. Like I actually like the recorded version a bit better. But for me, I think it takes too long to get anywhere. Once it gets to the bridge, it's really good. Um, but yeah, I just didn't really do much for me. I don't think it's bad by any means. Like I said, he didn't have a single bad performance. It's just kind of in the middle for the whole season for me. So I'm happy you all love
What a
it.
Tomato, tomato.
Yes.
tomato.
So from here on out, everything is in all of our lists. So kicking off the top five, we have Ruben Studdard doing A Whole New World. So this was number one for Eduardo. It was number 14 for me and number 16 for Lana.
Mhm. Yeah. You know, I when the movie soundtracks like theme came up, I was very excited. I was very, very excited. And now, of course, it was early 2000s. There's a lot of movies that were covered there that I have not seen. So when A Whole New World started playing and Ruben was the one singing it, I immediately got incredibly excited because I love Aladdin. Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. And seeing Ruben just perform it, it was it really hit me. It was so beautiful. And this is the moment, obviously, this is like the second week of American Idol. This is the moment where I realized how wrong I was about how Ruben was going to place. It was here on the second episode, on the second live show, that I was like, oh, Ruben is making that finale. There's absolutely no way he is not. And yeah, I immediately connected with Ruben. I fell in love with him the moment he started singing this song. It There's something about it that just hit me in such a special place in my heart. It made me feel things. It made me just feel excited and emotional and just yeah. I didn't think prior to this, if you had asked me if Ruben was going to sing a song like A Whole New World, I would have said that you were crazy. But then seeing it actually happen, it changed my whole perspective on the show, of Ruben, of what is capable of, like what these people are capable of doing. And so yeah, I just really connected with it. I fell in love with it. I think Ruben is, as I said, incredible. This is my favorite Ruben performance. And yeah, I just there's something special in this. Something in the water. There's something in the water that made me fall in love with Ruben here. So yeah, I just loved it.
Yeah, this is also my favorite performance from Ruben. I do want to read a quote from him, his intro video before he did this. He said, I chose this because my boy Robin Williams is in Aladdin and he is the man. And I'm
Hell
like, it's things like
yeah.
that that just make him so lovable and endearing.
Mhm.
Like I know he was talking about Shrek later in the season too, so he
Yeah.
loves his animated films. But yeah, I just think this was such a good performance. It's rare that something can be a duet and somebody sings it solo, and I'm not missing the other person.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't miss the female voice in this song at all. I didn't need it there. His voice was so full that it just worked
Mhm.
perfectly. Like I said, when Ruben does Peebo Bryson, it works. It works. And what's
Absolutely.
really interesting is this is where Gladys Knight called him the Velvet Teddy Bear.
Love it.
Yeah, and
Teddy
it
bear.
stuck. Like that is a nickname that has stuck, and he got it from Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
That's insane.
What
Yes.
beats that?
That nobody else can call him anything that sticks, and that's it. And nobody else got a nickname throughout the
No,
season. Nobody else got a
doesn't.
nickname. And Gladys Knight, come on. Come on. That is freaking Gladys Knight. Ugh, icon, legend. She's amazing. This song is so good. He did really, really well. And yes, no, I did not miss the female part of this song at all. And that's how good Ruben is. You can't you he just made you just, oh, this is a solo song. It's always been a solo song. And you know better, but you think, oh, it's just Ruben is just that good.
Yeah.
He knows where to fill in the void and know where to fill in the gaps of the song. And he just sang it beautifully. He just sang it beautifully. So it deserves a spot. This number five is definitely fitting for him.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, let's move on to number four. We have Clay Aiken doing To Love Somebody. So this was number three for myself. It was number 12 for Eduardo, and it was number 14 for Lana. So first of all, I think this is such a great song. I love this song. It's probably my favorite song by the Bee Gees. And I think a lot of Clay's performances tended to lean a bit more musical theater.
Mm,
But this,
Yeah.
I actually got some soul from him. Like, who knew that this guy was capable of
Mhm.
delivering a soulful performance like this? It's another one that really builds. I think Clay, more than anybody, knows how to deliver performances that really give moments on the show. Like, there's a lot of people who are so solid, but he's like, I know how to make it so that people are not going to forget this by the end of the
Mhm.
night. And this is one of them. Josh Grayson sang the same song and did well,
you did well.
um, but Clay
Yeah.
demolished, if we're being real.
Yeah, I think the reason why I put it as high as I did is because I had the capability of, you know, Clay Aiken versus Josh Grayson, which one did better and which one sounded better. And so that really elevated Clay's performance because Clay did so much better. I'm not even going to lie. Um, I'm also not like a person that really listens to a lot of the Bee Gees. So when the whole theme came up, I was scared that it was going to be another, country rock scenario where I like the songs. I just don't connect with all of them, unfortunately. But I was very happy that that was wrong. That I definitely did connect with several of these songs, and that this one was actually my favorite of the night. I think Clay did an amazing job. I was not expecting Clay to be able to pull something off. Like, actually, no, that's wrong. I did. I just didn't think he could do it that well, or as well as he did here. Like, I was not expecting this level at this point. I was expecting maybe something a little lower, but he sure surprised me even at top four, which is difficult to do. It's difficult to surprise you once you've come all this way almost to the finale. It's hard to shock people, and I was definitely surprised by Clay's performance here. I just really connected with the song, and I think Clay did a really good song, really good job with the song. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, everything y'all said is true. Everything Clay is just, he's such a good singer and he can take any song and just make it his own and it's very, very good. It's mesmerizing. This BG song, I was like, I'm not familiar with this BG song. But then I'm like, but
Michael
I'm like,
Bolton does it too.
right. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I like it though. And I dig it. I dig it. And then I went back and listened to the Bee Gees sing it. And I was like, okay, okay. It's all coming back. It's clicking to me now. It makes sense. And for Clay to sing it as well, even with the comparison to Josh, because Josh sang it, it's just by far better. Just
Yeah.
by far better. And yeah, it deserves this fourth place on this ranking. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
But everything else on our list is in all of our top nine. So we're gonna all really like the ones that remain.
Okay.
So number three, we have Clay Aiken doing Solitaire. So this was number five for me. It was number seven for Lana, and it was number nine for Eduardo.
Mhm.
Um, what's interesting about this one is the first time I saw Clay perform this was on season three of American Idol because that was the
Mhm.
first season I watched live, and he came back as a guest performer and sang this. And I will say, I think he's even better on that performance in season three.
Okay.
But this is so great. What I really love is how they backlit him. So the focus really was on his voice the whole time. It wasn't like a whole set of anything. It was just so stripped down and focusing on incredible vocals here. He really did take this song and make it his. I don't know this as a Neil Sedaka song at all. It's a Clay Aiken song.
Mm.
Um, yeah, every time he holds out Solitaire, it just gives me chills. So this is incredible.
This is he made. I don't even have the words. It was hauntingly beautiful. It was hauntingly beautiful, and the way he sang it, he just flat foot stood on that stage and sang. No bells, no whistles, no nothing. Just sang. And the vulnerability that he had in this song and his voice was just everything. He performed this song from his head to his toes. From the moment he walked out to the moment he opened his eyes and looked out into that camera and looked right into that audience, he was in performance mode and he performed this song all the way through. This song gave me chills. I had never heard this song before he sang it. And when he sang, I was like, oh, okay. This does my heart well. This song, another one of those songs that if I don't hear it in a Clay Aiken concert, even to this day, I am upset. He has to sing the song because it's so good. He sings it so well. Standards, man. Clay, make a standards album. Like for real. You get with Neil Sedaka, get with everybody else who you gotta get with, and y'all just bang out the standards and y'all it's just good. It's just good.
Yeah, as I also agree with you, Lana. Like I hadn't heard this song before. As I said, I was not aware of who Neil Sedaka was before this, so a lot of his songs that he had written were unknown to me. And this is one of those songs, like you said, Lana, that is no longer Neil Sedaka's. This is Clay's. This belongs to Clay now. There is no way that I would ever want to hear anyone else sing this song because I don't think anyone could ever stack up to it. This is absolutely beautiful. Like you said, Lana, it's just very vulnerable. And I said it throughout this episode. I love me a vulnerable performance and showing like the showing of different facets of yourself and getting to see that emotional, more stripped back version of Clay was very nice to see. And like you said, Lana, no bells, no whistles, just him feeling the music, feeling the song, just everything connected. Like the stars aligned, and he was there at the right moment, at the right spot in the universe, and everything just clicked and did incredible job. So I am very happy that it's this high up. Clay is an incredible performer, and he deserves to be here.
And look at that "What Not to Sing" score, 92.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's the
insane.
second. Yeah, that's the second highest score for the season. Spoiler: the number one highest score didn't make our list, so I'll tell you all about that in a little bit.
Oh no.
But our number two overall, the third highest scoring performance of "What Not to Sing," but for us it's number two. For me, it was number one on my list. Eduardo, it was a number three on your list, and Lana, it was number nine. It's Kimberly Locke, New York State of Mind. When I think about season two of American Idol, this is the performance that comes to mind. This is for me where everything fully came together for Kimberly Locke. I think she had some rocky momentum early in the season. I don't think she deserved the rocky momentum, but I think this changed everything. And after this performance, I think this is what locked her, pun intended, into the top three. This was just so good. Her tone is perfection in this for me. Even like the ad libs at the end are just hypnotic for me. I can't get enough of this song. For me, like, forget the Billy Joel version. This is Kimberly Locke's song for me. I know we've been saying that about several songs in this list, but I'm obsessed with this.
Mhm. Yeah, I also really, really loved this version of New York State of Mind. I've heard this song a million times, but something about the way that Kimberly did it just was really beautiful. This is a very tall task to do. Doing New York State of Mind is one of those songs that you have probably heard over and over and over again. And it's a very tough to live up to the original. And the fact that Kimberly, in my mind, was able to do that is insane. I give her huge props for that. I talked about Clay being at the right moment, at the right time, in the right spot in the universe. I think this exactly what happened with Kimberly here. She was at the right moment, at the right time. The stars aligned, and everything clicked for her, and everyone saw it at the same time. And I think everyone finally like kind of saw her for who she was and how good she was as an artist. And it just felt good to see. I remember crying during the song. It just yeah, Kimberly was amazing here, and I was very proud of seeing her evolution and seeing her get to where she was. And so I think she did an amazing job with this very tough song.
I think this was a great song choice by Kimberly Locke.
Mhm.
Like she I feel like she performed this song a 100 times because the way she had it perfected and down, it was so good for her. Um, she's just this is just good. This was just good. It's really not much to say. She's I love the song anyway from Billy Joel. It's one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. One of them, he has quite a few, but one of my favorite Billy Joel songs. And she tapped into, I feel like, Billy Joel's brain when when he wrote this song. And she had all the emotion behind it. Like, I'm coming home. He wrote a song on a bus coming back from California, and he just like, I think she was like, you know what? You don't have to be in from New York to understand that New York state of mind, and I get it. But wherever your home is, whenever you feel like you're about to go home, and that excitement that you feel, and that you've been away for so long, and now you're gonna, she just tapped into it, and it was so brilliant. I think this is a really good performance of hers.
Agreed. Well,
Yes.
without further ado, it is time to get to our number one performance of the season.
It's no surprise to me. No
Yeah.
surprise to me.
There you
Yes.
go.
So number one overall is Bridge Over Troubled Water from Clay Aiken. And Lana has this at number one on her list. That means you are 2 for 2 with having your number one performance be the number one on our list.
Look at that.
Eduardo, this was number two for you, and it was number seven for me.
This this is the song. This is the song I was talking about at the beginning. Like, this song has to be sung every time. My sisters and I, when he sang this song that day on American Idol, Nisha was she in Birmingham at the time? I think she was living in Birmingham, and I was still in Montgomery, and everybody we were watching the show, and I think I called my sister, was like, oh my God, I think we got a problem. I think we have a problem here, because we were all like, Ruben, he did great for the night. He did a great song. He did amazing performances all night. And Clay didn't do great at the start of this thing. We were like, oh, we got it locked. And it was like, yes, you got it locked. We got it locked. Oh, Houston, we have a problem here, because Clay Aiken has just showed why he could win this competition.
Mhm.
And this song, the way, first of all, you coming behind Flying Without Wings already. And I'm like, yeah, Ruben, he's in the high. This is so great. And he came out there with that same choir. And he had that same choir behind him. And he sang this song like he was in somebody's church. This song could have been sang at anybody's church that Sunday morning, that next Sunday morning. He, I, mm, when I tell you, my soul left my body, and I was like, this man has just sang his whole soul
Mhm.
in this song. This was his best performance of the entire competition. The
Mhm.
entire competition. He never did a song like he did this song. Solitaire was great. He did great on that song. But this, he took it to a whole new level. I never thought he had that in him. And how he just brought it out at the last minute. I believe Simon when he said he could win this competition. I was like, we are in trouble. We are going to be in 205 and
Mhm.
334 and 259 real sad tomorrow when he wins this competition, because he did, oh, so good.
Mhm.
So good. This was my favorite song of the entire competition.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, Clay put up a fight, in the
Huge fight.
finale.
Oh,
Huge fight, Yeah, it looked a little bit like we were going to be in a little bit of trouble for Clay at the beginning, but then closing out with his best performance and one of the best performances of the entire season.
hmm.
I could have seen it. I could have absolutely seen Clay taking it home. He did such an amazing job. Just beautiful, beautiful voice, beautiful performance. Just everything connected there yet again. Just everything was there. Everything that needed to be there was there. And obviously, like, people connected with it. When you look up Clay Aiken, I said that, like, uh, some other songs show up, but Bridge Over Troubled Water is the first thing that shows up when you look up Clay Aiken. It's
Hmm.
Bridge Over Troubled Water. This is now his song. This is his. This is truly like one of his most iconic moments ever. And I I don't understand why. He did such a beautiful job. He peaked at the exact moment that he needed to peak, and he could have absolutely taken that trophy home just based off this performance alone. He is an incredible, incredible performer, and I this is his best performance of the season. So I am very happy that this is our number one. I'm very, very happy.
Yeah, I mean, Clay knows how to pick a song that's in his wheelhouse, and this very much fits his vibe. It was smart to use the choir. They definitely added to the performance. Yeah, I really think this was such a moment, and it really did make for an unpredictable ending for this show. It's crazy how close this vote was. It was, I think they said like 134,000 votes separated the two of them, which is really, really close when you're talking about tens of millions of votes. So, yeah, this was the perfect way to end the season for him. I personally think that he won the finale, even if he didn't win the season. So, good for Clay.
Mm.
That makes sense.
But I do want to talk about the number one performance according to What Not to Sing for
Hmm.
that season, because it's kind of a surprise to me, but it's one of the highest rated performances ever. It is actually a Clay Aiken performance. It's "Build Me Up, Buttercup,"
Oh, that makes sense.
which is a good. I thought it was a really good performance, but
Hmm.
It wouldn't have
for
made my
me,
number one.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I think it was in my 20s, honestly. We actually had four performances in the that didn't make our list that were in the top 10 on What Not to Sing. The highest was Build Me Up Buttercup, then Band of Gold by Kimberly Locke,
Hmm.
They're good. Yeah.
and then I Have Nothing from Trinice,
Mm.
and one that I actually thought would make the list, Kiss and Say Goodbye by Ruben Studdard. So I think
Uh,
it just goes to show how many good performances there were this season.
yeah. Kiss and Say Goodbye was on my list, by the way.
It was? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. It
14.
was on your list, yeah, but it didn't make it overall. um,
Get it?
but yeah, we do have one more thing that we need to do. So
Oh, Lord.
we have some finalist rankings to get to. So, what we've been doing, we started with our top 10 finalists from season one, and we are going to have an ongoing ranking as we go throughout the seasons. But we do also have our rankings for the top 12 for season two. So, we're going to start with my list. So, my top 12 finalists for season two: Kimberly Locke. You all know, like
Yeah.
if you watch this video and couldn't figure out that she was number one for me, you're kind of crazy because I'm obsessed with her. Clay was a surprise. He ended up much higher than I expected. I watched this years ago, and I think he was like 5 or 6 on my list then. But I was just so impressed with so many great moments he had throughout the season. Number 3 was Trinice. She used to be number 2 on my list.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really do think she was underrepresented on our list. She's really, really good. Same with Ruben. I think he's so solid. He's probably the most reliable contestant in this whole top 12. For me, I don't know that he had a lot of like big, big moments, which is why he's a little bit lower than the other three. But I still love him. Kimberly Caldwell, she was somebody that was aware of before this because she was on, I think it was like Pop Stars, I think it was called. It was same show that Nicole Scherzinger got her start on. So I knew her
Oh.
from that. So I was kind of rooting for her just knowing she was on there, even though I wasn't watching the season.
Mhm.
Corey Clark, I know, Eduardo, you're probably freaking out. I did not expect him to be this high, but his tone sounded really good on a few of his performances. There were times where it sounded rough and shrill, but when he was on, he was really good. Ricky Smith, very consistent, very good singer. So he was number 7. Same with Vanessa. I think she's very solid and reliable. Number 9, Charles. He's somebody that I thought I liked better than I did on this rewatch.
Mhm.
I think there were times where he was just a little off key, but I think he has a lot of potential. 10, Joshua Grayson. He had some really, really strong performances, but he also had some of my least favorite performances of the season. Like, I hated Celebration. I hated Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up. Like,
Mhm.
there were moments that he just made me cringe.
Yeah.
Julia D'Amato, she was fine. She wasn't very likable.
Mhm.
But number 12 had to be Carmen Rasmussen. She just didn't do it for me. In fact, I'm starting a new award that I'm going to give out each season, and it is called the Carmen Rasmussen Overstayed Their Welcome Award. She lasted way longer than she should have. She shouldn't have even
Yeah.
been top 12.
Yeah.
But looking at my top 10 overall, so I had 6 people knocked out. That's Christina, EJ, Nikki, Ryan, AJ, and Jim. So this is my new top 10. Kimberly Locke, she solidly is at number 1. I kept Kelly and Tamira right behind her. Clay surprised me by being at number 4. RJ, that tone, I can't get past it. He's still in my top 5. I love Trinice, love Ruben. Justin's making his way down there. He was number 3. Now he's 8. And then Kimberly Caldwell and Corey Clark are basically placeholders until we get to season 3. I can tell you for a fact that 4 of these people are going to get knocked out once we get to season 3. And a couple people from season 3 are going to stay in this list forever.
Okay.
Let's get to Eduardo's list.
Yes. So I did a little bit more mixed with like performance and actual like personality. So that's why they're a little bit different. Number 1, obviously, is Ruben. Ruben can do no wrong in my eyes. He did such an amazing job. He was consistent. He was fun. He is one of those guys that I generally want to hang out with. He seems genuinely so lovely. And so that's why he's number 1. Kimberly Locke just had a good storyline throughout the season, having a rocky start, and then something switched and she started killing it. And the judges finally saw her for who she was. And I had seen that potential from the very beginning. And so I just loved her tone. I think she was amazing. Clay Aiken is number 3. I think he's a very good performer. I think he just I didn't like his personality as much as Kimberly and Ruben's because I think Kimberly and Ruben are so much livelier and Clay's a little bit more shy and, that's okay. But he still has a lot of like really good moments and he's really nice and he just, has that ability to perform. Trinice is number 4. I agree with you. It's very unfortunate that we didn't really have a lot of Trinice performances in our top 20 because Trinice was so good and she was such a lovely girl throughout the entire competition that I wish I could have seen more from her, but unfortunately we couldn't. Now my wildest one I think is Joshua Grayson in number 5. I agree with you. He had some really bad performances, but something about how his personality really I connected with it. He just seemed like a fun, genuine guy. Yes, he is a military person, which I am not obsessed with, but I still found his personality to be really good. He was very lovely. And so I think that's why he's so high up instead of his vocal. Kimberly Caldwell, nice young girl, just seems like I wish I could have known a little bit more about her. There's still a lot that I think she had a lot of potential. Unfortunately, she just couldn't reach it in time, but I liked her. I thought she was cool. Same thing with Ricky Smith. I think he had a lot of potential and he showed a lot of promise. Unfortunately, I didn't connect with him as much as I connected with everyone else. And, Yeah, think he looked like a genuine, super nice guy, and obviously, from what everyone has said about him after his unfortunate passing, just shows you that he is one of the best guys that could have ever been on the show, and it's unfortunate that we lost him. Um, but yeah, number 8 we have Vanessa. I loved her like energy. I love how she stood up to Simon and like just shouted her ass to his face. I thought that was iconic. Uh, yeah, the energy was there. Had she stayed longer, she probably would have been way higher. Also, Latina, so anyone Latina, I'm going to stand up for, and therefore she is at number 8. Charles Grigsby is at number 9. Unfortunately, I just couldn't connect with him that much. There just was, I don't know, he just felt young and a little, I don't know, a little naive or maybe something like that. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like I just didn't connect with his personality, unfortunately. I thought he had good performances here and there, but like I didn't think he was outstanding overall, unfortunately. Julia D'Amato was there. I thought she was fine. She's not super memorable, unfortunately. I just remembered her because she was like, oh yeah, she was the hairdresser, right? Okay, yeah, good. Uh, yeah, so unfortunately she landed here. 11th is Carmen Rasmussen. If I were ranking based on solely voice, she would be last. She did not deserve to be a finalist uh, in this season. I truly think she only made it this far because Slyman was like refused to believe that he had made a wrong choice. That he only gave her good critiques. Like he could not bring himself to give her a bad critique because then that would mean that he made a wrong move. I truly think that's the only reason why Simon never gave her a bad critique because she genuinely was not great. This is not what she's meant to do. She seems like one of those really lovely girls that just doesn't have the skills to do it, unfortunately. But she seems lovely. And then Corey, because of all of the allegations, that's why he's there. Other than that, everything else I stand for. But yeah, he's there for that.
Mhm. And for your top 10 overall, the people that left are Nikki, EJ, AJ, Ryan, RJ, and Jim.
Yeah. I agree with a lot of what you said. Like, this season 2 was just a lot better, had a lot of personality more than season 1. I still have Kelly Clarkson number 1. I don't think Kelly Clarkson will remain number 1 for a while now. Um, I think it helps her a lot the fact that she, like, I know her outside of this show, and she's such a huge name that like I cannot, like, my bias is still there and will forever be there. I'm sorry until another person comes up with a name as big as Kelly Clarkson. I think my bias is going to forever hold her in number 1 for at least for a while now. But number 2 obviously is Ruben Studdard. He surprised me a lot throughout the season, and I think he was amazing. Tamara Gray remains at number 3, or well, remains in my top 10. Just goes to number 3. Lovely girl still. Kimberly Locke, number 4, still great. Fayetteville number 5, Trinice number 6. Christina Christian goes all the way from 3rd all the way to 7th.
Hmm.
That just tells you all that you need to know about how much I like the season 2 contestants. Uh, and then 8th, 9th, and 10th are all probably going to be pushed out once we get to um, season 3. Joshua Grayson, mostly because of his personality, but he's going to probably leave. Justin Guarini, I will never forgive you for from Kelly to Justin. You will never be forgiven for that atrocity that you did. And Kimberly Caldwell is here because she just seems like a lovely girl. And yeah, she just landed here. There you go. Uh, but yeah, this, I think from from 6 up will remain like close for now. I will see how that changes, but I could see, from 7th below, uh, just dropping from the face of the earth once we get to season 3.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, moving on to Lana's list.
So Ruben Sutter, number 1, absolutely. Clay Aiken, number 2, for the exact same reason. They just were just the best. The top 3 are the top 3. That's what
Mhm.
it is. That's just how it is. They were my favorite. Kimberly Locke at number 3. Ricky Smith at number 4. I enjoy Ricky very much. Trinice at number 5. Vanessa at number 6. I thought she had a great voice. She was amazing vocalist and just gone too soon from this competition. I think she really should have stuck around a little bit longer. Number seven, Charles Grigsby. He was fun, but just just fun. Corey Clark at number eight. I base this on talent, not personality. And talent wise, he just better. He's better than the other ones. Number nine, Kimberly Caldwell. I just didn't like her. I did not like her. I never enjoyed a single thing she did this entire competition. I did not. Um, Number 10, I had Josh. Was that
Julia.
Josh Person? Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Julia D'Amato. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I whatever. Her I, number 10, 11 was Josh Grayson, and number 12 was Carmen Rasmussen. They yeah. No.
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 Yeah.
She's the absolute no. She's a no.
Yeah. When she got eliminated, I literally texted David, "Ding dong, the witch is dead."
She was just hanging on for far too long. She's definitely the Jim Barraros of season two. Like I really wanted her to go
Yeah.
so much sooner. She should have been like Jim, gone first, like out of here. She shouldn't have even got there, Simon. You know you
Yeah.
messed up. You know you effed up. She shouldn't even got there.
Yeah.
But
It's funny because last time we were talking about Christina Christian sounding like a goat.
yeah, yeah.
Christina has nothing on Carmen sounding like a
Nothing.
goat.
No.
Her goat nature is like it's a good goat sound.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yep.
okay, she know how to control her goat. No, this girl got
She's a
No.
yodeling goat.
she's a
Yeah. She's
yodel
the
goat.
screaming goat. Yeah.
It's horrible. My overall
Yeah, I'll
Ruben.
say the people leaving your overall list
Oh,
are Christina, EJ, Nikki, AJ, Ryan, and Jim.
yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Ruben is number one because I just think Ruben is great and
Mhm.
fantastic, and I consistency is key for me. And if you're consistent, that says a lot. Kelly Clarkson. Who don't love Kelly Clarkson? You just have to love Kelly Clarkson. Clay Aiken, number three. Duh. Like, it just,
Mhm.
it just, yeah. Kimberly Locke is number four, because yes. Tamira Gray is number five, because yes. Ricky is number six, because yes. Justin Guarini is seven. RJ is eight. Shanice is nine. And Vanessa is 10. I definitely think. Mm, mm, Probably these people are gonna leave
Yeah.
in the next one after season three. Four people might leave, so that bottom four, eh, sorry.
I think we're gonna have the same four bump everybody out.
Yeah,
Probably.
I think that four is going to leave. It's like yeah, yeah, they gonna go.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's interesting though. We each have a different overall favorite so far. I have Kimberly Locke, Lana has Ruben, Eduardo has Kelly, and also we each had a different combination of top two based on the top three for season two. Yeah, Kimberly, Clay, Ruben, they were each like we had no overlap on who would be the top two, so that was really interesting. But
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah. Overall, you like the season better than season one, Eduardo?
Yes, there was an actual competition happening this time around. I was actually invested in the actual competition because I wasn't like, oh, I know who's going to win, and everyone else kind of is not that great. So, there's really no competition to be had. In this one, I was actually like, throughout the season, I was wondering to myself, like, I only know Clay, but could
Mhm.
Ruben actually take this? Could Kimberly actually make the finale? Like there was actual like wondering there of like, could I be wrong? Could like is there a way that Clay doesn't win this? And I would have been okay had Clay not won this season. And of course he didn't. And I was happy with Ruben winning. And so yeah, it just felt like an actual competition and it felt like actually satisfying to see. And like it's never fit. Like it felt like the first season was just like Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. It just felt like that, and here it was like actually people fighting with each other to stay in the competition, which is always going to be better. It's always going to be better. So yeah, definitely an improvement there.
Yeah. Here's what I'll tease about season three, since we have that next.
Mhm.
I think you're going to be impressed by some of the talent, like some of the absolute best talent to ever grace the stage of American Idol. Some of the best performances too. But there's also a lot of people who don't deserve to be around that are around, and I think you're going to experience some of the most frustrating moments
Yes.
as far
Oh
as voting
no!
goes in American
Oh
Idol history.
no!
So
Yeah.
Oh
it's a
no!
wild ride, but it's a great
I thought
season.
Carmen Rasmussen was bad. I cannot handle another Carmen Rasmussen.
I'm just saying, Eduardo, hold on to your seats because a singer who's not that great goes a very long way. That's all I'm gonna
No!
say. That's
There's a
all I'm gonna
couple,
say.
honestly.
That's all I'm gonna say. Because
Oh no!
America, you voted for this. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is why you
But
should
yeah,
never trust America to vote on anything.
you should never. You should never. It
Very
started a long time ago. But you know what, David? I'm going to take my spot back
yes,
because
as you should.
I feel very uncomfortable in this not hosting position. But thank you all for joining. We had a great time. We did have a great time talking about American Idol. We're going to come back for season three. When? Stick around and find out. How about you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll finally know when we're going to do it again. Give us your take. Give us your thoughts of American Idol. If you watched season two, if you were a fan of it, if you enjoyed it, like who was your favorites? Tell us all about it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, but stay tuned for when we are going to do our season three commentary and everything. But please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do all the things to say you appreciate and you support because we truly appreciate it. We're trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We are halfway through the year. We are halfway through the subscribers, so we would love if you would help us out and give us those subscriptions. Check out all of our channels. They're in the description below. Hit all the links to all the channels. Support us all over the board. Our Patreon, our audio podcast link is in there in the bottom in the description below as well as our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Coming soon to the Cup TV Instagram is going to be out, and follow the three of us if you'd like. That'd be cute if you want to. If you don't have to, but why wouldn't you? Get the mug at Lana G's Creation. .etsy.com. Oh, it ain't there. I'm having a fit, but do the things. We're gonna get out of here so I can get some water. Let's see y'all next time. Bye, everybody. Oh my
Bye
gosh, not me having a
bye.
fit.